Unafraid of being experimental, complex, or weird, Chelsea Reject is a self-actualized MC, dishing lyrics like, what they gonna say to me, I do it courageously, what they gonna say if they're not who created me. She channels a feeling and a flow last seen during hip-hop's heyday. And though there have only been a handful of sightings since, she's here tonight to remind us not to give up the search. I'm your host, Queen GodIs, and if Manhattan keeps on making it and Brooklyn keeps on taking it, if the Bronx created it, then this queen is definitely not faking it. See what I did there? When I tell you that tonight, hip-hop is very much alive on B-side. Keep it close.
What's up? It's Chelsea Reject. Make some noise if you guys out here. Let's get it. Yo, we on our back staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Yo, we on our back staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Yeah. When I was a school kid, yo, I wasn't the coolest. Couldn't afford them new Jordans, my parents couldn't do it. I would listen to music, cause I was so influenced by what I saw on television. I would never listen. Mama said she getting tired of the repetition. Just another day of deja vu in this depressive living. Tell me how we gon' make it. Not enrolled in college, but I'm still getting wasted. Purchase it, isn't it ironic that it's clearer when I vomit? Pull the alcohol to liver, I got bars, yo, just be honest. Starring me, I'm a comet, might just be a planet. Look at the constellations, but you just don't understand it. Panic about the future, are part of the plan to get on stages from pages and praises from all the fans. Panic about the future, are part of the plan to get on stages from pages and praises from all the fans. On our backs, staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Yeah, on our backs, staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Ask me what I wanna be, I said alive. Doesn't really make sense, but it has to make sense, cause I'm in the basement, getting wasted, higher education, waiting, searching for my placement. How you gonna bring me down and tell me you gonna save it? My people are advancing, came a long way from the slave shit. Can't expect a handout, now we gon' take it with a racist and that's racist. No accusations, I don't wanna live my life way I've been living it since I was a little kid. And you don't understand my sight, every time I write you know you feeling so illiterate. And you don't understand my fright, yo. Where I come from, it ain't safe at night, yo. So you better run before you face that knife, yo. Take it slow, don't chase that knife. On our back, staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Yeah, on our back, staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. Ask me what I wanna be, I said alive. Grow up. Ask me what I wanna be, I said alive. Grow up. Ask me what I wanna be, I said alive. Yo, shout out to the band. Make some noise for the band. Yeah. Yo, we got Cornelio on the drums. Yo, we got Tyrell on the bass. We got Nils on the guitar. Yeah. And last but not least, got. Please. Go on. Thank you guys for being here, for rocking with me. Grow up, say, grow up, say, grow up, say, wanna grow up, 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 grow up. Ask me what I wanna be, I said alive.
For those of you who just tuned in, this is Miss Chelsea Reject
What's up, guys?
from Brooklyn by way of the planet Namek, which is part a star system in the Dragon Ball Z universe. So that's for all my cartoon nerds. And I reference this because the Dragon Ball Z universe cherishes principles like loyalty, teamwork, trustworthiness. I want you to tell us something about yourself that kind of like segues into what your hip hop superpower is. What is your superpower? What do you represent for Planet Namek and for the Dragon Ball Z universe? And what do you bring into this culture?
Well, for me, I say Planet Namek and stuff like that. I like Dragon Ball Z because they train, you know, like how they're training for like so long. And I feel like that's kind of like music. You're constantly training.
Yes.
So that's where I get that reference. And I feel like I'm kind of awkward. So I really mess with that. So, you know.
Awkward. Shout out to the awkward Black girls, definitely. In honor of Black History Month and Black History and Black Future. That said, you did introduce the band. They're not mic'd, but I want you to just talk a little bit really quickly about. Because we are going to come back to the idea of training, because I do think that training is important, practice is important, particularly in hip hop, which a lot of people take it for granted. But this is a new project for you to be working with the band. What is it like to transition from working over tracks or however it is you used to create in the past to now working with a band? What is that?
Like, it's a different emotion. Like, you got people to feed off of and vibe with. It's cool, you know, I really enjoy it. But it's probably something I just do on special occasions, you know?
Okay.
But I really enjoy it for the first time and stuff. But beats are more like, you're just by yourself, so you kind of got to get into your zone. But I got people to zone off of right now, so it's awesome.
Let's give them a quick round of applause again. So let's go back. You landed from the Planet Namek in Brooklyn. I don't know how old you were. But what was the first moment when you woke up and you were like, I'm an MC and that this is what I do? And if you can remember the first rhyme, I would love to hear some of it.
Yikes, the first rhyme. I probably wouldn't share that. But for me, I used to be a poet, so I used to mess with Urban Word. NYC, shout out to Urban Word.
Okay.
But then what happened was the competition aspect of poetry was getting to be too much for me. So I was like, you know what, I want to do it by myself and like not have to think about competition, just work on myself. And then I realized like music is like poetry. I listened to a lot of hip hop growing up, and I'm a huge Lupe Fiasco fan. Shout out to the nerdy rappers, because you know, we need them. But yeah, pretty much it.
Good. Well, this is actually a perfect connection then. I actually used to be a coach for Urban Word.
What?
Yes, I was
That's
a poet
awesome.
coach. And so I'm happy to actually start this conversation tonight by talking about poetry, because I think as people are figuring out where they fit in this spectrum, some people make strong delineations between poetry and MCing. And some people say that it's all one and the same. A lot of people give a nod to people like Tupac, where it was definitely lyricism, but then it also had like he also had a strong poetic side. Let's talk about poetry. What was your relationship with poetry? How did it offer you a kind of training or foundation to segue into hip hop? And how do you think about them? Are they one and the same?
Definitely one and the same. In junior high school, actually, I was there for creative writing. I went to Bay Academy. So my English teacher, she got us super into poetry, but it was more on some like freestyle poetry, because I was used to it being more constructed, and she kind of gave us more segue and more leeway to do whatever we wanted. So I started doing that, and then I started really getting more into music, because I didn't listen to a lot of hip hop, because my dad's like super into reggae, so I was into that. I was into like rock bands and stuff. And one of my friends gave me this mix CD, it had Lupe on it and all that, and I kind of seen the relation, like the words he uses, like the way he paints pictures with his words.
Absolutely.
Like poetry and music, they're both painting pictures, you know what I mean?
So how old were you when you say you officially completed your first rhyme?
Completed
And
my first
who
rhyme?
did you share it with?
My cousins, we were in the basement at my cousin's house, and they were all rapping and stuff, and I was like, yo, I'll kick a freestyle, and I was rapping.
And it was a freestyle?
Yeah, I was freestyling, and they were like, yo, you can actually rap. I was like, nah, don't say that to me. I'm a poet. I don't do this stuff, and we just kept doing it for fun. And eventually, like, when I was in college is more like when it started to hit me, like, maybe I should really dabble more into it, because I really loved it, you know?
Well, shout out to the cousins and
Yeah.
all the people who are around when we have our first moment with anything, because that becomes like a really big part of our trajectory, like whether or not we keep going, and especially to be affirmed in hip hop when you don't think that you can do it and when you haven't done it before. So you started to write to music. You had Lupe Fiasco as an inspiration. You finished your first song. When did it go from being a hobby to I does this?
When I was in college, I was really thinking about it. Well, my best friend, he started like saying, yo, you really need to make a mixtape. And I was like, a mixtape? Nah, I don't know how to do that. That's gonna be too much work. But he just kept instilling it in me, like, yo, you gotta make this mixtape. So I got equipment. My dad got me some equipment, and I took it up to Purchase College with me. And basically, I just, I started recording a lot after class and stuff.
You started recording yourself?
Yeah, I was learning how to use it, like YouTube and all that. It was super interesting to me.
YouTube University.
Like my whole first project, I don't know, a lot of people don't know, but I'm the one who pretty much got all the beats on my own, and I like recorded it.
Where'd you get the beats from?
I hit up a bunch of producers, like, hey, can I use your beat, like off YouTube, anything I could find, honestly.
And this project is called Radiate.
Radiate, yeah.
Good. So for those of you at home who are trying to figure it out, first of all, you have like 1,000 songs. I definitely had like a Chelsea Reject holiday coming into this show. And as a nerd, a hip hop nerd, lyricism really is a big deal for me. Some people focus more on flow, delivery, and things like that. But it was really impressive to see not only the body of work, but to see these like very conscientious threads through all of the songs, and to just hear how your flow has its own staple. You know, it has its own thing, but it also kind of evolves a bit here and there through the songs. What have you learned about yourself when you went going from your very first freestyle in the basement to having completed the actual first project?
I mean, I learned a lot. Like when I first started writing, I would try to like come up with a concept. I would have like writer's block. But then I realized you really gotta live life to make music. You gotta go out there and just be yourself and experience things. You can't just write about stuff that's not happening for you, because you're not really gonna feel it. So it's like I would take breaks and just live my life, and I would get like a song out of it, which is always cool.
And I appreciate that. And I think that that's a good message for the artists, especially the young poets at home. Having worked with many of them, they used to like try to squeeze poems out of themselves, especially when you're like competing and things like that. You want to just have the new, but you have to live in order to get to it. So the first song we heard was called Nostalgia. And then you lived a little bit more, and we got to the next song, and that one is going to be called Everything's Changed, which I think is a perfect song to segue into. So let's hear it.
Let's get it.
Chelsea Reject, everybody.
Everything's been changing, everything's been changing, somehow it's still the same. Everything's been changing, everything's been changing, everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been, yeah. Fuck a black girl in the skinny jeans. No, life is never what it seems. Wanted to elevate all my dreams. Had me a vacation, so close I can taste it. Pack lips shaking the nation. So many rumors in the air. So many died long gone. Too many shoes up ahead. This is what people trying to do it, but they scared. Never let them see the fear in my eyes. I disguise it. Ever since a kid, I decided. Always found booty in the silence. Those are auntie and a friend. What's the hell? What's the violence? Swear to God, can't do anymore. Lose my mind trying to provide. Cause I refuse to be a product of the place I reside. Lost so many friends here, they ain't even die. Everything's been changing, everything's been changing, everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, everything's been changing, everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, yeah. Damaging images, disastrous flow. Kidding like cameras, flashing in vogue. Located in the corridor, in the back of my mind. Matter what occurs in the future, I know I tried. Never been the type to follow the hype. Searching after the wave like a wine surfing high tide. Giving these toys fakes. Really don't you have my back in the law, bro? We could've all got paid. The time I have feels to watch me shine while you standing on the sideline. Throwing all that shade at me. Don't hate me, created me. Doesn't matter, keep each other. I'ma win in the end, so don't make your bones shatter. And you try to make your life something right, worth living there. Happily ever after, and everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Say everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Everything's been changing, somehow still the same. Yeah. Somehow still the same. Yeah. Somehow still the same. Say everything's been changing. Somehow still the same thing. Everything's been changing. Somehow still the same. Somehow still the same thing. 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 Feel like everything in your life's been changing with the seasons. Everything changes eventually. You can't really hold on. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Yeah. Somehow still the same thing.
Lovely audience. I love it. So there's so many things to talk about, and if we don't manage to get it all in here, I am going to kidnap you for a couple of hours at some point in time. But speaking of everything's changed, I think one of the biggest change that I can humbly say from the outside looking in that you may have gone through was just your relationship with yourself. And so to kind of back that up, I'm going to take a quote that I got off of your Instagram page, which I thought was really a special quote. I think it has a powerful message for a lot of people who are watching. And then this is a testament to not only this song, but just to who you are and where you're going. And it says, I am the weirdest looking person I know. It took a while for me to accept myself. Growing up, I was a loner and always felt a negative way about myself. This is just a post to say, please accept yourself. F what anybody thinks about you. Go forth and live and be happy. Life is too short. Reject. Tell me about that.
Well, I was thinking about like a lot of things going on in my life recently, like just like family stuff and everything in general. And I just realized that the only way to really make life easier for us and for everyone is just to like have compassion for others and like just to be able to like look at yourself and accept yourself fully, because if you can't, then it's kind of hard to move forward. And that's something I'm constantly working on all the time, so I don't think I got it all figured out or nothing.
Of course.
But I'm definitely always working on that.
The relationship with yourself.
Yes.
And now to put that in context of hip hop, that is really significant. I'm sure that you've done interviews in the past, as have I, and people generally, if you are a woman in particular who happens to do hip hop, right, and who happens to do it well, people ask you usually the same kind of questions. And those questions range from like, what's the role of women in hip hop? What do you think about image and blah, blah, blah.
Always.
So I think you're important, even as you're growing and improving, right? Because we can acknowledge that, is that being the first message and the first kind of platform that you're having with yourself, and then coming into this, and to have created a style for yourself that is really not like what people think they need to do in order to get a platform, in order to get followers, in order to be seen. I can honestly say this, like, I'm taking you in and I know what has happened before you, what's happening outside of you, and it is not that. And so I think that that message about just self-acceptance and the decision that you made to just be yourself. And I know it's not easy. So tell us what are some of the hardest parts about it, and how do you persevere?
The hardest thing is like looking at people around you and trying to compare yourself, which is the worst thing to do possible, honestly. So it's like you're looking at the people around you, you kind of got to get into like this tunnel vision for you to really like just focus on who you are and who you're trying to become. Because I mean, every day is a work in progress.
Right.
People change all the time, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I just try to channel things out, because you'll look at TV and see like, oh, trap is popping off, maybe I should do that, or maybe I should write a song about this because that's what's popping off. But you know, you kind of got to like stick to your core.
Right.
I guess you can experiment, but I kind of try to stick to my core and like my core message.
And the results, I think, it's challenging, and that's why I'm stressing
Very
this,
much
because
so.
I think that this is a pivotal part of the conversation for people. You want to make it big, you see this thing that you love or you think you love, and you want to try to figure out the formula to get there quick. And then a lot of people have that breakdown moment, that no matter what platform you get, if the foundation is not strong with yourself, we've watched many people crumble. That said, let's bring us to your name. Your name is Chelsea Reject. It's usually not a name that people want to like, it's not a term that people want to associate with themselves, but you've taken the term, as many hip hop artists have, and you flipped it. And now you have the Reject Nation, right? So some people have stans and fans. You got the Reject Nation. Talk about that name, and what does it mean? What was it like to in what ways were you rejected? And then how are you reclaiming that?
Well, I came up with this name, honestly, like probably 10 years ago. That's probably gonna bust your head. But I used to do poetry, like I said, and I came up with that name because I felt like I didn't fit into the poetry boxes that, because like poetry, some people have a lot of like,
Yes,
I can't explain it. They go in, and me, I'm just like writing what I feel, and they're like, you're not going in with the emotions, and you know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely something I used for my hip hop name, but it was different this time. It's more like rejecting what anybody thinks you should be, like rejecting anything that you don't feel is positive for you, anything.
So it's not that you're the reject, or that's where you're not, but you're now saying no to these things.
Yeah,
Good.
just to be myself.
And I think that gets us to the next song, which is called Based. So for the slang impaired, tell us really quickly what based means, and then let's go to it.
I got it from Lil B.
Yes.
Shout out to Lil B.
Little B, the bass god. Let's be accurate. And
Yeah.
quickly, and just tell us what this song is for you, and let's do
The
it.
song means to me, like, don't care about what anyone says. Just go in and do your thing and have fun with it. So let's do that.
Yeah. Tell me what you really wanna dream about. Got a lot of things that I be thinking when I'm chilling. Never had a beamer in the house. Mama was always struggling, she always struggling. And I gotta go, gotta hustle it. Feel like I'm juggling, but I never failed though. Gotta see me, I be on my grind like a railroad. Don't really care what people say, but I'm a weirdo. Said I was a weirdo, now they looking at me like I'm queen, reign supreme. What you scared for? Thought you had it all figured out, yo. But don't nobody know where the route go. That's why I had to make my own lane. Can't be programmed by people that be running their mouth. So gotta have a little bit of faith, and I'm feeling great. Put your favorite rapper in a grave, signature engraved, and you just don't get it. All in my dome, I be stressing. My mind is a weapon, but I learned my lesson. Said I learned my lesson. Said you just don't get it. Cause all in my dome, I be stressing. My mind is a weapon, but I learned my lesson. Said I learned my lesson. What they gon' say to me? What they gon' say to me? I do it courageously. What they gon' say to me? What they gon' say to me if they are not who created me? What they gon' say to me? What they gon' say to me? I do it courageously. What they gon' say to me if they are not who created me? What they gon' say to me? See, there ain't no phasing me. There ain't no saving me, changing me. Basically, I'ma be me till the death of me. And especially, know that I got the recipe. Flow searching for the rest of me. Invest in me, it'll be fine. They look for the buzz like the beehive. They look for the buzz, but they be blind. So don't be blind to what's in front of your face. It's tired by needing oasis. Gotta give Jah all the praise. I am so out of this planet, don't know how I manage. I might roll up in a spaceship. This world is mine for the taking. So I take it, and I give no explanation. Soon I'll be running the nation. Soon I'll be running the nation. All on the spot like Dalmatians. I don't fit in your equation. All of this time has been wasted. But I got it. I can tell you what to do with that profit. Know that they watch it, but they will not get my wallet or my mind out. So my mind gone. Look at you like my mind gone. In a different time zone. Never get me where my mind go. All on the spot like Dalmatians. I don't fit in your equations. All of this time has been wasted. But I got it. I cook up the pot and you know that I take it. So what they gonna say to me? 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 So what they gonna say to me? 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 If they are not who created me, what they gonna say to me? So what they gonna say to me? Yeah, what they gonna say to me? So what they gonna say to me?
And like I said, I'm a hip hop nerd, so I'm definitely about the lyrics. But to be honest, like when you say stuff like, what they gonna say to me if you're not who created me, I really don't care what the rest of the song sound like, because that's a really powerful message. Most people are broken by the things that people say, especially hip hop. Hip hop is a gladiator sport, right? You can't, this is not for the weak of heart or faint of heart anyway. Let's do a little bit of background. So we talked about foundation in terms of your foundation, your relationship with yourself, how you got to where you are now, and even to be able to do this. But let's talk about team and family. In the mid-90s, two gentlemen, Drew Ha and Buckshot, came together and they formed a group. And then that group eventually spiraled into multiple groups, and then that multiple groups spiraled into a record label. So let's name drop. Let's talk about how you became a part of the Duck Down Records family, what that initial connection was like, and then who are some of the members of that collective that you really feel inspired by and connected to?
Well, the way I started messing with Duck Down, I was working with Pro Era, and they kind of had a strong relationship. They have a strong relationship with Pro Era, so.
So Pro Era, and again, we want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Pro Era, names like Joey Badass.
Tina Apex.
Yeah, Tina Apex, okay.
And so I did South by actually with them.
South by Southwest.
Two years ago?
Oh.
Yeah. I did it 2 years ago, and then from there we started more talking about, the relationship. And I messed with them because they were very family oriented. It's not like a label, because I've talked to labels and they're just like, give me your soul. And they're just like, more like, let's try to figure out what we're doing with you. Let's try to develop you, which I really appreciated that. And it's been a great, crazy ride.
It's kind of like a hip-hop royalty kind of torch that has been passed. It really is a big deal. I know when I was growing up, Helter Skelter, Smith & Wesson, a.k.a. Cocoa Brothers, Black Moon, shout out to DJ Evil D, who is a homie of mine. Like, these were important names, and in many ways they might have been ahead of their time because they are still important names, which is not the case for every collective. And rest in peace to Sean P, who is no longer with us in the flesh, but definitely in the spirit. These were really big personalities and also really big influences on a lot of people in hip hop. So I really want to zoom in a little bit more. South by Southwest, they saw you perform. Who saw you perform? And what was that conversation like?
Well, it was actually their showcase.
Okay.
So it was with Talib, CJ Fly, Mobb Deep, I believe. And it was a crazy reception. Like, the love in Texas is way different from New York. Like, anywhere is way different from New York.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not trying
Sorry,
to punish
Brooklyn,
you guys,
but it's true. Yeah.
Anywhere is different from New York. So, like, being out there and just, my dad listens to Buckshot. So, being able to meet him and, do music with him is pretty inspiring.
This is amazing. This will be the first generation of children with, full-fledged hip-hop parents. Not the parents be like, what is that? I don't understand. But, for real, we'll know who Buckshot is. That is a big deal. A lot of times there are practitioners of hip-hop who have no idea what happened even 5 years before. And I personally feel like that's unacceptable. But I also, in saying that, I don't say that in an elitist way. I say that there's a responsibility to actually teach. And so to see that there are historical groups like this, not only reaching out to the millennial generation or new generation, but connecting them with them in such a way that it's family. You know what I mean? That like, this is what we've done. You have something to add to them as well as them having something to you. So speaking of family, let's talk about your family. What is your family's response? You're like, okay, Ma, so yeah, about school, about that.
Oh man.
What was that conversation like?
It was hard, definitely. Like, she did not like it in the beginning.
Mama reject.
She was not with it. But also, she's also really heavy into, like, she's in the church, so she's like, what is this? Don't curse, you have to give this to the Lord.
Gospel rap did not appeal to you?
I'm not with it.
No.
I'm not about to be the next Lecrae.
But okay, let me just insert this a little bit, because I am going to come back to some of the non-male artists within hip hop. Lauryn Hill, when Lauryn Hill first came out, right? You know who Lauryn Hill is, right? Just playing. Miss Hill. When Miss Hill first came out, Miss Hill was very much a gospel MC. If like you listen to her lyrics, they were very much all about God. It's just that she was just really so incredibly dope that you didn't associate the sound with the content, because usually people who were performing content like that, maybe we're not so dope, you know, as far as hip hop standards go. Yeah. So that said, and then to look at your body of work, and again, let me just reference this by saying you have your first project, which was a mixtape called Radiate, which you self-produced, or you figured it out, you made it work. And then Complex, CMPLX, is your new project. You have so much stinking material, and it covers all bases. You talk about spirituality, you talk about politics, you talk about friends or community, you talk about identity, you talk about love. In the mushiest way possible. And I just really, I want to give you a high five, because most people have to make the song cry. Right? That's Jay-Z. Okay, cool. It's like that most people like don't want to, it's like it messes with your street cred. It's like this is not a topic that you want to talk about if you're building your career. You don't want to show that side of yourself, and you actually have shown it, and the lyrics are still dope. So let's talk about that.
See, I just wanted to be vulnerable so people can relate to me, because if you try to be too cool and nobody's relating to you, like the people who really need to, at least, like every song is like, I got 100 bands and $1 million, and I'm just like, no, that's not me.
Wait, are you saying you don't have like?
No, I don't have 100 bands. But, you know, I like making things that I would want to listen to get through certain things, which I do. I make the song to get through things, and it just so happens that people relate to it, which is always great.
Right on. Tell me about your flow.
My flow.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of Eminem growing up.
Okay.
I just like the way that he
Actually,
rapped.
I would never have guessed that.
You wouldn't have, but I listened to a lot of him growing up, and just the way he spits, you know, I wouldn't say I stole it from him, but I really liked it, so.
Well, he stole it from somebody who used me, so it's just like reparations.
So it's kind of like him, Lupe. It's like him, Lupe, Andre 3000, like they're like my core rappers that really got me.
Eminem, Andre 3000,
and Lupe.
And Lupe. That's
They're
a good
like
team.
Yeah.
And actually, shout out to Eminem. It was no diss. Eminem is actually super talented. One thing that becomes challenging is sometimes people want to pack a lot of words into a short refrain, and so it becomes really difficult to understand. There's some really big artists right now who are super dope, but who are also kind of difficult to fully understand what they're saying. And when you're writing rhymes that are so detail-oriented, and where there are punchlines that are so juicy, you want people to hear them. So I think that your flow is really interesting. It's very like a big nod to the 90s hip-hop, and it's your own. But there was this thing that people had back in the day where they could like rhyme a certain way. Like it's called old school now, but it's actually one of the hardest forms to flip. You know, like LL Cool J is a classic. Like for all the things that people say about LL, like he just has this smooth flow, and he was able to do things in really slow that if anybody else tried it, it was just no.
For me, that's Twista. Like, I can't.
Yeah. So then that's the opposite extreme would be Twista.
Yeah.
And I think between the LL and Twista, you've managed this lane that for me, it reminds me a little bit of Bahamadia, who a lot of people don't know.
I love her.
And so many underrated artists who've mastered the craft. So I want you to tell me really quickly, what is your weakness? Like, what's the thing that you feel like you have to work on the most as an artist, as an MC? And what do you think is your greatest strength?
I think my weakness would be procrastination.
What's it?
Procrastination.
Procrastination,
Like,
yeah.
sometimes it takes me way too long to get something done, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? So I got to work on that. And I'm not like rushing yourself, but you got to motivate yourself because
Gotcha.
you can't just say, oh, whenever it feels right, you know, because that might be never. So for me, like my greatest strength would basically be not quitting. Just because sometimes I really like, I'm like, I don't know about rap. Maybe I should go become like a doctor or something. My parents would be happy, everyone would be happy, you know.
I am a doctor of words. There might be such a thing. You can invent it. This is Chelsea Reject. The last song was called Bass. This next song is called Stressin'. She's a procrastinator sometimes, but she definitely perseveres, and it does not show in the thousands of songs that you have on SoundCloud. Let's go into the next song.
Still a lot of things that I don't know. Wake up in the morning, face the joke. Got some blessings that I could be grateful for. Holla, hallelujah, put up on this plan. Know that it's not mine, but I gotta have it rapping. I be so gifted, you gotta unwrap it. Riding my bike in the city, do traffic. Life moving fast as I try not to panic. College education still looking tragic. 9 to 5 ain't gon' give me no mansions. I just want the time, you can keep the money. I just want the grind. One day I'ma shine. These lights is too bright for me, needed a shoulder to cry on. Please someone enlighten me, know that I still got some fight in me. Laugh, ask what I'm doing, I'm trying to finesse. Won't follow anybody's steps, though. Just my heart and common sense, yo. Manifesting cause I said so. Hey, yeah. This is the things that been stressing me, this is the things that been stressing me. Know that I still got the recipe, know that I can't let it get to me. This is the thing that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me. Woo! This is the thing that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me. Know that I can't let it get to me, know that I still got the recipe. This is the things that been stressing me, this is the things that been stressing me. Know that I can't let it get to me, know that I can't let it get to me. I might be out of my mind, I could be out of my time zone. This is for all of my people that just wanna drive home. I am a diamond, stay shining, they stay treating me like a rhinestone. Wait till I glow up, I never had nothing but always had my low. They just want fly clothes, I just want flights out to continents. Spread peace and love, something positive. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. Only spread love, that's the Brooklyn way. You could be anything, just don't be afraid. Countless times I've been let down, but I will not fade, even through the pain. I'ma see the sunshine through the rain. This is the things that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me. Know that I can't let it get to me, know that I still got the recipe. This is the thing that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me. This is the, yeah. This is the thing that been stressing me, this is the thing that been stressing me. Know that I can't let it get to me, know that I can't let it get to me. This is the thing that been stressing me, yeah. And these are the things that be stressing me out. And this is the things I be talking about. And these are the things that be stressing me out. Yeah, this is the thing that be stressing me, this is the thing that be stressing me. Know that I still got the recipe. Yeah, these are the things that be stressing me out. And these are the things I be talking about. Yeah, this is the thing that be, this is the thing that be. I wanna live my life right, I wanna go catch that flight. Don't see no limits, no pretending, no gimmicks. Got that light, so yeah, got that light, so this is the thing that been, this is the thing that been drunk. Yeah. Thank you guys.
This is an interesting audience because I think I would dare say we have everything from like 18 to been there, done that. I'm not gonna call it the age in the room, and everybody equally is responding. So for you at home, I don't know if it's translated in the same way, but you definitely want to go to chelseareject.com and listen to her SoundCloud. It'll probably take you 48 hours to get through all of the songs, but it'll totally be worth it. lyrically, flow, delivery-wise, flow, and then you have some really interesting collaborators, which we're going to come back and talk to. Miss Reject, you are 22 years old. We just finished talking about stressing me. I've seen 2-year-olds just like this. This is what the world does to people. I get it. I know. So now I'm going to ask you another question to stress you out even more. Your manager's sitting in the audience, a couple of loved ones. I know that you're having important conversations with yourself and with them as you think about what the next steps are. And this is really important because this is like the first this is the first time MCs, hip hop artists are like 60 years old, 50 years old. The oldest hip hop artists right now are approaching 60, if not already there. Yeah. Let's let that sink in. And when they started out, it was fun. It was something to do in response to what was going on in the world, the Bronx, 1978. It was just like, this is the party that we're having because the rest of the world is just not a party. Then it became this huge thing in both amazing and controversial ways, capitalism, commercialism, and all of this stuff. Now it's this whole other thing. And people who were once pioneers are sitting back and like, what have I done? What have I done? Where did that money go? Like, why don't people know me?
True.
The power of being able to document yourself and also to map out how you're going to use this. So my question to you is, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? And then even beyond that, when you're like 60 years old, like, are you still gonna be based and like talk about shit? I mean, are these songs still things that you feel like you would want to still be rocking?
Maybe. Honestly, is the best answer I can give you. I can't really think past like the next year.
Okay.
The next
I'll give
10
you
years,
that.
I'm hoping to be very much alive and very much taking care of myself.
I did hear that in the song. I don't know if it was based or stressing, but you did say it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Alive. And I think that was actually really true for a lot of hip hop artists. This music was a lifeline and it was a way to survive and a way to try to enjoy surviving. But I do want you to think about what the next 5 years and the next 10 years looks like for you. And so maybe this is a slightly easier question to answer. How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered exactly as I am, like as myself. I want to be remembered as someone people were able to connect to and even talk to. Like, I tell my fans all the time, like, hit me up on Snapchat if you have like a question or just anything. Like, I want to be able to connect. No. I want to be able to connect with people. I just want to be able to like really connect with people and help people before like my time is up, honestly.
Yeah.
Because there's always a time for things to end.
So you want to be yourself and you want people to say, I knew her because she was really being herself, not the representation of her, which is not something they can say for every artist who is out now. I don't think some artists struggle. After a while, even when you get fame and stuff, you might not even know who you are at the end of the day. So I think that is a big deal and it's impressive. And I do want you to think about the 10-year plan because I'm really curious, manager, what that is going to look like for you. Particularly women in hip hop. We see dudes get on stage up until like 60, say they're retiring, didn't retire. I'm not mad. If you can still do it, you still do it. But I think for women, those who identify as women, like there's different. Like there's like sometimes like maybe 30, 40 starts to hit and you're like, I'm gonna do films. And I think that's interesting, you know what I mean? I would love to, I don't know that we've ever seen, Lauryn Hill is still rocking in a lot of ways.
She still ain't given another album though.
And she hasn't given another album, so these are the things that kind of come up. Like it's not just about talent. It becomes about family, it becomes about time, it becomes about consciousness, it becomes about like, if you can even participate in this anymore, just feeling good in your soul. Anyway, I'm gonna segue a little bit. So hip hop culture is a culture. It's all encompassing of many things, and there are 4 original elements: MCing, B-boy, B-girl, breakdancing, graffiti, and then the DJ, which is the heart and the root of it all. Some people argue there's a 5th element, which is knowledge or beatboxing even. So that's up for debate amongst some people. Do you participate in any other aspect of hip hop other than MCing?
Not really, but I want to learn how to make beats.
You want to learn how to make beats?
Yeah, I love beats. I really want to learn how to make them. I tried before and it was terrible. I was like, what is this sound that's coming out of my computer? Like, I can't. But I also would like to DJ. Just like that's probably what I would do. You know, just continue
segue
to
into
share the
DJing.
music of
Okay.
people that I really appreciate their music. To continue to share that energy.
Right on. Well, people are definitely making that transition, and it's interesting. Full circle. DJ started it to go back to DJing. Let's go Far Away.
Far
The
Away.
next song is called Far Away.
Hey, you guys still here? Tired front row. I love you guys. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now.
Could have been me. Heard you never made it home last night. Now I'm standing here thinking how I'm gonna make a dream. Something more than my past life. Give me a chill, there's no thrill with the fast life. It took yours, all you wanted was love, but didn't know what to look for. Look, Lord, need blessings, cause I've been doing the same things. Got me feeling so lost in the world where the aim is. Get the money, applaud. Exude fake confidence, all up inside. Had the power in me all along. Used to tell me I wouldn't fit in, didn't been long. Now listening to y'all, they imprisoning your vision. And you should be appalled, cause you follow television. And that got you so enthralled. You should make your own decisions. Before you walk, you gotta crawl. Know it's about the numbers, that's over all. But I ain't worried about the others from the ball. Like you all in one summer, I'll be passing right by. Passing right by. Passing right by. Yeah. Yeah. Life too short to be so unsure who we are versus who we were. Life too short to be so unsure who we are versus who we were. Say, life too short to be so unsure who we are versus who we were. Said life too short to be, life too short to me. Yeah. All be over in the blink of an eye. Gotta stay away from things that can vibe and hurt consecutive times. But I can't let my flaws be a representative by. But it's harder to hurt my soul. Couldn't let nobody in, like personal. So much pressure on the mind of one person though. Irreversible, irreversible. So much pressure on the mind of a person though. It's irreversible. Yeah. Hard to give my soul though. Hard to feel it all in my soul though. No, I feel it all in my soul. So let it go. Yeah. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Yeah. Said life too short to be so unsure who we are versus who we were. Said life too short to be so unsure who we are versus who we were. Said life too short to me so unsure who we are versus who we were. Said life too short. Said life too short. Said life too short. Said life too short for me. Yeah. Said life too short for me. So let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Yeah. Yeah. Feel so far away from everything that I have known, but gotta keep it moving cause you know I'm a soldier. Feel so far away from everything that I have known, but gotta keep it moving cause you know I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. So let it go, let it go, let it go now. Just let it go, let it go, let it go now. Yeah, let it all go. Bam. I know y'all got me. Keep it going. Yeah, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now. So let it all go, let it all go, just let it all go, just let it all go, just let it all go, let it all go, just let it all go, cause it's all gon' change, let it all go, just let it all go, just let it all go, just let it all go, let it all go, just let it all go, just let it all go, just like, yeah, yeah, cause life too short. Cause life too short. Yeah, cause life too short. Yeah, yeah, yeah. R.I.P. Sean P. Said life too short for me. Life too short for me. Life too short for me. And you too unsure for me. Said life too short for me. Life too short for me. Life too short for me. And you too unsure for me. So let it go, let it go, let it go now. Let it go, let it go, let it go now.
we're nearing the end of the show, so that's
Show too
perfect. So
short.
this is what is going to be called the lightning round, right?
Okay.
I have some questions for you. I want you to just kind of, and if you don't have an answer, you can just say pass, all right? Before I do want to know, do you battle rhyme at all?
No.
Not so much. Okay, good. All right. And I asked that because it's an important, it's a significant part of hip hop. And also shout out to Roxanne Shante, who is the mother of battle rhyme. Go do your homework. All right. So I want you to do top 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Top 5 MCs of all time. If you can only get to 2 or 3, I'll take it. Yeah. Let's go.
Kendrick, J. Cole, Lupe, Andre 3000. I'm missing one, so it's past.
Okay, we'll just put Chelsea Reject as the 5th one in there. Good. So since we didn't mention any women in that particular, or just non-gender non-conforming, I'm gonna throw out some names, and you just say one word association that comes to mind with these particular names in hip hop. And if you don't have one, just say pass. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Missy Elliott, go.
Amazing.
Good. MIA.
I love her music.
Good. Miss Melody.
Never heard of her.
Okay,
so
pass. Azalea Banks.
I like her flow. I like her cadence and shit.
Okay, Salt and Pepper.
Yes.
Left Eye.
Left Eye. Amazing. Rest in peace.
Good. HWA stands for Hoes with Attitudes.
Pass.
Okay. Lady LaSure.
From
The UK.
The UK, yeah. I like her music.
Okay.
So.
Bahamadia.
Yes. When you see me in the streets, when you rock, right?
Few more. Raw Digger.
Yeah. Kinda.
I mean, no, you don't have to tell me if you liked them or not. I don't want to put you on the spot like that. Just give me one word that comes to mind when you think of them.
Raw Digger. Not really anything. Comes to mind.
Okay. Kendrick Lamar.
Oh man, the Flow God.
Flow God. And Beyonce.
I will never say anything bad about Beyonce.
Okay. I throw Beyonce in there. I think Beyonce could be an MC on the low if she really wanted to. And speaking just of MCs, I just want to say that for all, this has been a great evening. Check out Chelsea's music because it's all self-explanatory. And for all of my hip-hop purists out there, I hope you had your box of tissues, as this was probably a nostalgic moment for you. If it is true that the golden era of hip-hop has died, then perhaps it's also true that it's reincarnating anew through a select group of artists equipped to carry the torch and keep it lit. Thank you, Chelsea and band, for stopping by. And to all of you rejects out there, we salute you for staying true to yourself. We are happy to embrace you, and we look forward to watching you grow. If you're inspired as much as I am, you can check out past episodes of B-Side on our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at B-Side BK. I am your host, Queen GodIs, and not only does good music still exist, but it's probably being created right now, right around the corner from where you live. Happy Black Future, Brooklyn. Till next time.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Burning Bridges. Yeah. Can we get some hands up? I know you're sitting down, but I want your energy. Yeah. Can't control my, plus I don't really party, so you can hold my drink. Sipping on that Bacardi, I'ma never get home by a spit of a little liquor, get me up in my zone. Then I puff of the chronic and I'm gone. I struggle with struggling when I'm alone. Plus I kinda she calling like what's up with the loan. But I ain't ballin', I ain't needin', I ain't even breaking the family beefing. But the enemy be the account of man. Want us to be vegan, top of the green and love each other, though we didn't need it. But it's harder to hate, you gotta see me. Hate to create my prophecy, leave something so exponentially great. Interrupting in the present, can't me at rate. Think this outrageous, all about town, but don't know what my name is. One famous, the reason it's contagious. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed, I'm committed. Now they don't share it and they get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since since digits. But I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. Acceleration, swerve these words like a propeller nation. Brown skin melanated like bumping. Don't care what they say, it ain't nothing. Actually, it's rubbish. Casually, I'm rubbing up on you, but I ain't even stunting. This right here is just an interruption. Evening news got the feeding you that book, and you ain't got no plumbing. So tell me where we gone wrong. This is my swan song. Was a loser when I was a schooler, trying to become the person I needed back in the day, but I wanted to be a little cooler. Heaven knows that I've been through some things, feeling like I should give up, but still I'm maneuver, still I'm a ruler, still in the game, still I'm a tutor. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, same since the digits. I ain't never changed or committed. Now they done shit and I get it. Yeah. 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 Celebration, celebration, acceleration, yeah, acceleration. Burning bridges, burning the bridges, burning the bridges, burning the bridges. Acceleration, swerve these words like a propeller nation. Acceleration, swerve these words like a propeller nation. So. Burning bridges, this ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed, I committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, this ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed, I committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed, I committed. Now they done shit and I get it. I'm burning bridges, cause they ain't been the same since the digits. But I ain't never changed, I committed. Now they done shit and I get it. Cause they thought that I didn't know. Whoa, so now you really know. So they thought that I didn't know. Whoa, so now you really know. So they thought that I didn't know. Thought that I didn't know. I did it, I did it. I'm burning these bridges. Burning 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 bridges. Thank you guys. And remember to burn the bridges if they don't treat you right. Feel me? Much love. Chelsea Reject. Follow me on everything. I'm burning bridges. Saints and bitches.